Jack and I are going to do some kids recipes. We've got 4 kids recipes we're going to do. We're going to do homemade bubbles, homemade Play-Doh, homemade edible Play-Doh, and finger paints. Sorry, had a slight moment there. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone who helped with the migraine relief yesterday. I am feeling significantly better, so thank you very much. It was pretty rough yesterday, but I made it through. So we're going to get started right now with homemade Play-Doh. And what we're going to do is this is the cooked version of Play-Doh. So we're going to do a cooked version and a non-cooked version. And Jack, I left my spoons right over there. Can you see them behind the flowers? Can you bring it to me? So these recipes are in our Dining on a Dime cookbook on the other side there. Keep going, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. The red and white one right there. And the white one. Yes. These are in our Dining on a Dime cookbook on page, thank you, sir. Let's see, what page is the Play-Doh? The Play-Doh is on page 382. So if you have Dining on a Dime, right here, you can get it at our store. I'll have Mike put the link up there for you to the store for our Dining on a Dime cookbook. Okay, so what I have here is, okay, this is the cooked version here. So what I have is my flour. I already put my flour in my pan. And we have water. So I'm going to pour that in. And I'm going to cook this on about medium heat until the Play-Doh comes together. So, can you stir that, Jack, while I add the other stuff? Sure. Then I have cream of tartar, or cream of tartar, depending on where you're from. Aren't my little spoons so cute? Ah, I just love them. See, let's see, can you see them? Oh, aren't those cute? And then they come in this little pot that is a measuring cup. Ah, I just love it. Okay, so you got your cream of tartar, and then you have oil, and we have our salt. And we're stirring all this together.
Oh, it's getting harder to stir.
It's getting really hard to stir, isn't it?
I know.
And let's see, Mike had to run off. Dale, I will get you the link for the recipe. Okay, let Mom try it here. So it gets really, really thick. And in case you're just joining us, we're making homemade Play-Doh. And this is the cooked version. Looks like we're having microphone problems. So Mike, would you go get the mic? We're trying different mics on here to see which sounds best. So, let's see. Can you hear me now? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me now. Mike just got the other mic. Robin, where did you get that? Okay. Are you set, Mike? Okay, can you put the link there for Dale on the recipes? And put the link for Robin on the measuring spoons, please. Okay, so we're just going to stir this, and it's going to come to a really thick boil. Yep, keep stirring, just keep stirring, just keep stirring. So while we're doing this, how about we make up the bubbles? Would that be okay? You want to make up the bubbles? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have Jack do the bubbles all by himself. So the bubbles, okay, just a second. Let me talk here while they're doing this. Okay, so for the bubbles, what you need is you need the Dawn, and can you put a link up for this, Mike? You need the Dawn original dish soap, and it has to be the original. It must be the original.
It's non-Ultra Dawn.
It is non-Ultra Dawn, yeah. And
what's the other link you wanted me to
for the spoons, the measuring spoons, and the link to the recipe. So you want the non-Ultra Dawn, so you put your Dawn in the water. Go ahead. Oh, right here. Put it in the bowl. Sorry, I told you wrong. And then put your water in. And then the sugar. And Robin, these measuring spoons here, they don't have the same exact color as when I got it. So I just put the color that they did have on there. Okay, so then take your spoon. Ooh, that's kind of a big spoon. That's all right. Take your spoon and stir it up. So if you're just joining us, I'm Tara from livingonadime.com. This here is my son, Jack. Say hi.
Hey.
And we just got done with swimming lessons just not too long ago. And we are working on kids' recipes today. So the bubbles, if you're looking for the bubbles recipe, it is on page 378 of our Dining on a Dime cookbook right here. And Mike is putting the link to that on the Facebook page there. And then it'll also be down in our YouTube, down in the description below. Okay, so now Jack has his bubble thing here. And as you bubble gun, yes. So as you can see, you want your Play-Doh to get really, really thick like this. Really super thick. And it's just a great big blob. Boink. Okay. So we're going to let that cool for just a minute. Oops, sorry, did I do that on the mic? Sorry, dear.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, just blew Mike's ears away, I thought. And then we are going to show you our bubbles. So we're letting our Play-Doh cool for just a minute till we can handle it. We're going to show you our bubbles. So go ahead and show them, Jack. So he's going to dip.
Here, I'll do it like this.
Okay, that's fine. Can you see it? Woo! Oops, I think our batteries are dying. Hold it up so they can see it. Hold it up.
Oh.
There.
Ah, it popped.
Okay, do it again. Here, hold it over the table so they can see it a little bit better. There. Go for it. See, it makes really nice, huge bubbles. And what causes that is the non-ultra Dawn. That's what you need. So blow a couple more of those. There you go. So you can make bubble solution and just have a big old container. And I know some people that will put it in the, oh, what do you call it? The laundry. Hold on, let me show you just a second.
Check. What? Quick, you can do more bubbles while Mom's gone.
They will put it in a laundry container like this and with the pour spout, and then the kids can just go and pour some in. Now, it's true the kids might use a ton of this, but it's really cheap entertainment, so, you know, I don't mind for something like that. Okay. Let's see, do we have any questions here before I get going? Jack Nan says hi, she's watching you.
Hey.
So Mom's watching in Wichita. We're trying to get her on. Don't worry, everyone. We're having tech issues still, but we're going to get Mom on hopefully in the next week or two. Sue wants to know what's the equivalent in the UK. I have absolutely, careful, that's hot. I have absolutely no idea. I don't know. If anyone can pipe in and tell me if there's an equivalent for the UK, I would love it. Okay, so now we got our bubbles made. Very good. Jack can keep doing the bubbles. Let's see, is our Play-Doh still hot? Okay, so we're going to scoot all this over here. What color Play-Doh do you want? We'll do two colors. Which two do you want?
Red and blue.
You want red and blue?
Yeah, they're my two
Okay.
most favorite colors.
All right, so what we're going to do here is take our Play-Doh. Now it's still kind of warm. Woo, actually it's still really warm. Put that out of the way. Let that cool for just a bit more. I'm going to, don't touch, it's hot. I'm smushing it down to get the, to get the heat out, to let it cool down quicker. So I just smush it down like this, but it's still pretty warm. So we're gonna let that sit for just a few minutes and let it cool off for just a little bit longer. And we're gonna do, you wanna do the homemade Play-Doh while we let this cool down? Oops, there.
Homemade Play-Doh.
Okay. This is, edible Play-Doh. This one you can eat. This is our edible Play-Doh. And this is on page 282 in our Dining on a Dime cookbook. Let me answer a couple of questions here since they're coming up. Robin wants to know, how long does the bubbles last? Forever. I mean, they'll just last forever.
Unless you use
Jennifer says to mix the red and then we have salt. And then also your food coloring. So, all right, you want to do the messy part?
What?
You want to do the messy part? We're going to mix it all together.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so start mixing.
Oh. Just do this?
You can.
Just do this one.
Facebook, we're trying to get back on here. I don't know. Did you want to shut down Chrome and try
No,
it?
I think we are back on.
Okay. So Mike is going to tell me what the comments are. Okay, so just mix, mix, mix. So we're mixing our edible Play-Doh. Now this Play-Doh is great if you have littler kids. Then you don't have to worry about them eating it. But you don't have to worry about kids eating any Play-Doh. All Play-Doh is flour, salt, and water. That's all it is. All Play-Doh is actually edible. So don't worry yourself if your kids eat some. There's a reason why it's non-toxic, because there's nothing in there. And they make it for kids. All right, what color did you want this one?
Yellow, probably, because the other two are gonna
Okay,
be.
get the yellow food coloring. So Jack's gonna start dropping in some food coloring.
Oh, my head is so messy.
That's all right, it's messy.
Wait, how much drops?
Just go, I don't know, I just put a bunch of drops in, probably 10 or 15. Squirt, squirt, squirt. Okay, that's good. Okay, now let's see what we got here. So we're mixing, you can. We're mixing our edible Play-Doh here, and we're just kneading it until it's mixed in, all the colors mixed in, and you got all your powdered sugar mixed in. And let me move it over here so you can see it a little better. It's my setup. Can you see? Nobody can see anything. So you just knead it, and this is how you knead, is you push down with your heel, you turn it over, push down with your heel, turn it over, push down, turn it over, push down, turn it over. And this is called kneading. For anyone who doesn't know how to bake bread, this is what you do for baking bread. That's almost cool. So on this side we have our regular Play-Doh, and on this side we have our edible. And like I said earlier, all Play-Doh is edible, so don't worry about your kids eating a little bit. You don't have to take them to the emergency room or anything. There's a reason it's non-toxic. Okay, so now we've got our yellow Play-Doh. Got it mixed in, so this is kneading. Push down with your hand and come back, push down with your hand. And this is a messy job, but hey, you know, it's kids. So, can you see how I'm getting that kneaded? You push down and you come up, push down and come up. That's kneading. If you don't know how to make bread, I'm gonna do a video on how to make bread one of these days. But you push down with your heel and come through. And this incorporates all the ingredients and the food colorings together. Wow, Jack, that's a nice job. Okay, so here you have your edible Play-Doh. So don't worry if the kids eat it. It's super yummy. just get a nice sugar treat. Keep this in the refrigerator and keep it in a plastic bag while you're using it. And it'll last, oh, I don't know, a week or two. There's nothing in here really to go bad quick. So you can just keep it in there and then just let the kids use it as they want. So that's our edible Play-Doh. Do I have any questions, Mike, before I move on to the regular?
Oh.
Don't burn yourself.
Yeah, don't burn myself, no kidding. I'm gonna do finger paints here in just a second.
Someone says butter goes rancid. How can it be safe to eat later on?
Well, if you keep it in the refrigerator, but somebody said butter goes rancid. How can you keep it safe? Well, butter doesn't go rancid like in a week. I mean, it goes rancid in like a month or two. So it takes a long time for butter to go rancid. And like I said, you store it in the refrigerator, so that shouldn't be a problem. Any other questions?
Someone says, is it cheaper to just buy the pre-made Play-Doh?
No, it is not. Actually, for this recipe here, for the edible it might be, but for the regular Play-Doh, it's actually about 25 cents or so to make your own, compared to spending $1 to $1.50 for the bottles in the store. Okay, so what colors did you want for this Play-Doh?
These two.
Okay, pick which one you want to do.
Red.
Red?
No,
Okay.
actually blue first.
You want blue? Okay, so now we're working on our regular Play-Doh. And Mike, if you could put the link to the recipes for us again. Put about 5 or 6 drops.
5.
That's good.
6.
Okay. Then take and start smushing it together. Smush, smush, smush. Yep, very good.
It's sort of turning blue now.
I sent you an email with links, did you?
I'm on a different computer now.
Oh, look in my sent box maybe.
It's not in there. You put the wrong link.
Oh, I did? Oops.
We're sharing
Okay.
this with everyone. This debate.
Okay, so do I have any questions? You just need this until you get your color worked through. Just mush it through. Is there any questions on YouTube? Okay, mine's not very colorful. It's turning more pink than red. Now, red is not really a good color, honestly, because you have to use so much that it takes
Mine's not turning
a lot to do. Yeah, you're doing it. You're getting it. Just keep smushing.
How long does it last before drying out?
If you put it, who asked that?
Levi, Missy, you might restate the question.
Okay, Levi and Missy, I think is who it is, says how long does it last? It'll last a week or two at least in the refrigerator. So just store it in a plastic bag in the refrigerator and then it won't go bad. It will dry out if you leave it though.
Michelle asks, what are you making?
Michelle, I am making Play-Doh. This is homemade Play-Doh. We just made edible Play-Doh and we just made bubbles. So we're working on mixing in our colors. Now as you can see, red turns more of a pink. So you can use gel colorings like this and it is a more intense color. But I just keep adding, you know, quite a bit until I get there. So probably 15 to 20 drops of red is what you're gonna need.
When somebody asked if you use Kool-Aid for color.
Somebody asked if we use Kool-Aid for color. No, but you can. And that would work perfectly fine if you don't have a need. Ooh, it looks like I'm bleeding.
That's just the food coloring.
Oh, I'm not bleeding? Oh. Let's see. You could use Kool-Aid. Yeah, there's no reason why that wouldn't work. I'm trying to think of what else you could use that would be in place of Kool-Aid or food coloring. I don't know. Okay, so now mine's getting a little bit darker red. How's yours doing?
Good.
I don't like the liquid colors as well as I like the gel colors. The gels just turn out so much better. So now you have, and you could do the neon colors. That would be a lot brighter too.
Do you mind if I put in like 2 more drops?
Nope, you can put in 2 more drops. Yep.
Because it's not really turning.
You want it darker?
It's not really turning.
Okay. Now we've got our red all kneaded in. Sort of a pretty pinkish shade. Do you want Mom to knead that one for you? Are you getting tired? Doing okay. Okay. All right, so that's our Play-Doughs. Now, I have a fine mess here. I'm going to make homemade something. What am I making?
Finger paints.
Finger paints. Thank you, Jack. So for homemade finger paints, you need water and cornstarch. And that recipe is on page 381. See, 381 of our Dining on a Dime cookbook. Right there. This is finger paints. Okay, stay back to the side there. All right, so for homemade finger paints, you just pour in your cornstarch and your water, and Mike will put the recipe up when he's done holding the camera here for me. And you just mix until your cornstarch is dissolved. And if you like our videos, would you please subscribe and tell your friends? We really appreciate when everyone spreads the word. It helps us, and it encourages us to keep going and do more recipes too. So please subscribe and share today.
Oh.
All right, so Mike's getting the link here for you. Now, how are you doing on your regular Play-Doh? Oh, that's looking good. Yes, very nice. So you can see Jack has most of the color worked in here. So here's our blue and our red for the regular Play-Doh, and here is our yellow for the edible. I got it in a little bit of what did I get it in? Powdered sugar there. Okay, so now we're letting this come to a boil, and you can make whatever you want out of it. Make whatever creation you want. And with this regular Play-Doh, you can, well, actually both of them, you can make like modeling clay, whatever you want. So what are you going to make? Are you going to make something? Like a dinosaur or something?
No.
Oh, you're not? So if they want to make a dinosaur or whatever, you can just leave it out and it will harden. Overnight, it'll get hard, and then you can paint it or whatever if you want also. Yes.
Okay.
Jack wanted to know if he's going to be demonstrating the finger paints. He is. I'm bringing this to a boil. It's going to take just a minute here. Did we have any questions, dear, while we're...
No, thank you. You're sad.
Oh, they like that I'm cooking with you. Jack loves to cook, don't you? What's your favorite thing to cook?
Probably macaroni.
Macaroni and cheese. Yep, and cupcakes. He loves both of those.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness! Look at this.
Yep, very nice.
Sue asks if the coloring stains your hands.
Sue, yes, the coloring will stain your hands.
But you can just wash it off.
But you can wash it off, and it usually comes off pretty well. The red is harder to come off, but just scrub it with a little bit of baking soda water, and sprinkle some baking soda on, and sprinkle it with some water, and then it'll come off. Okay, so now you can see. Do we have any other questions, Mike? Okay, Mike, can you bring the camera up here and show them? So you can see in here, see how this is getting really lumpy and clumpy? That's exactly what you want. And there it's starting to come together. The face paint, the finger paints are starting to come together, and it's going to turn kind of a clear color. And this is what you want. Whoa, let me turn off my heat so I don't burn it. So you can see how quickly that came together, and that's exactly what you're looking for. See that consistency? That's the consistency you're looking for. Okay? All right, now I'm gonna let this cool for just a minute. Let's see, I'll stick it in this bowl so it'll cool quicker.
Oh, that's nice.
Is that nice? So nifty. Let me move my hot plate, if I can do it without burning myself. over here. Oh my, gotta love live TV. Let's see, pile that there. Okay, so now we're gonna let this cool for just a minute. So let's see, can you see how thick that is? Ta-da! There you go, see how hot? So I'm just gonna smush it around the edges.
Deborah says like cream of wheat.
Yes, Deborah, it does look like cream of wheat. Yeah. That's pretty much it. So then this I would do one batch for each color. So should we make this one purple? We'll make this one purple. So what I do is while it's warm, you want to put them in? Do like 5. While it's warm, it seems to, well, I don't know, it just seems to mix quicker, and I guess it maybe cools it down quicker when you put it in when it's warm and you're stirring it. So we did yellow, or no, we didn't do yellow. What colors did we do?
Yeah,
blue and red.
Red and,
Yeah, that's what we did. So we're making purple. I think maybe we got too much. No, maybe not. There. Now you can see it's coming together. And how it looks like Play-Doh. Or not Play-Doh, finger paints. So, there you go. So we're letting this cool for just a minute, and then we're going to have Jack do some finger painting with it, okay? So I'm going to set this to the side. Okay, what are you making there, Jack?
Oh, I was just making a little house.
You're making a house?
I just now made it, but I'm going to make
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Construction worker.
You like building stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be our construction worker. He loves doing that. Okay, so let me see if there's any questions while we're waiting for this to cool.
It's purple.
It's purple. It's very purple, isn't it? Woo, I made a mess. Man, Mom. No more questions? Not on YouTube or Facebook? Go ahead and post your questions if you have any, and I will start answering them. If we're still on Facebook, we may not still be on Facebook. Looks like we're gone. Oh dear. All right, so I think, is this cool enough? Now it's getting cool. So what you're going to do with your finger paints is you're going to let them totally cool. These are still pretty, this is still pretty warm.
Oh, Kelly asks, is it non-toxic?
Yes, it's non-toxic. All it is cornstarch and water. There's nothing to be toxic. And the same with the edible Play-Doh. All it is corn syrup and powdered sugar and salt and vanilla flavoring and water. The regular Play-Doh is just flour, salt, sugar, flour, salt, cream of tartar. So yeah, there's nothing in them. And even the Play-Doh that you get in the store, all it is, it's the same recipe. It's just wheat and water and salt. So, okay, I think this is cool enough, Jack. All right, so Jack's gonna demonstrate here how we finger paint. How to finger paint, okay. Take it off the top. There, that's still. Okay, so Mom's gonna do this side. Here we go. Da, 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 da. There we go.
I believe in is asking if the oils helped your migraines.
I believe in is asking if the oils helped my migraines. Yes, they did. It didn't totally go away until I woke up this morning, but it did. Thank you very much, guys, for sharing that with me. So, here. We'll do, oops, okay, I'm not very good at finger painting here. Can you read what that is? Is that an M? Does that look like an M? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think Mom says?
Mom loves Jack.
Mom loves Jack? Does Mom love Jack?
Yeah.
So then you can see this is just regular finger paint, but it's half the price. I mean, it's not even half the price. This maybe cost 10, 15 cents to make this homemade finger paint. Yes, you may tell them something. What do you want to tell them?
You don't have to just do purple. You can do other colors.
Yes, we only made one color today, but you can make other colors. What other colors would you like if we did this again? Red? Yeah, you like
and
red.
Yellow.
Yep. So this is finger paints. It is going to be messy. I'll have Mike put the recipe up there again for you. The cornstarch, I can have him put the link also for you. Let's see. Oh, everybody asks me about my red measuring bowl. I love this. I did not get this at Amazon, but I found one that was similar on Amazon that I'm probably going to get because I need more mixing bowls for the shows. Yes. Yep, you can show him. Jack wants to show you his painting.
And
Oh, Becky asks if it stores well.
Becky, it does store well. Yay, there's Jack's finger painting. Good job. Are you done?
I'm just going to go wash my hands.
Okay. Yes, Becky, it does store well. Again, I would probably store it in the refrigerator, although it's just cornstarch and water, so you don't really need to. Let's see, is there any other questions?
Great painting, Jack. My grandson will love the finger paints.
Yes, grandkids love this. And like I said, I would probably do one recipe of finger paints per color, but you could divide it. You can see there's a nice amount in here, so you could probably get 2 colors out of this easy, but just put it in a container that you cover in the refrigerator when you're done using it.
Stacy says I put finger paint like that in large Ziplocs, and the kids love drawing in it with no mess over and over again.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. So I don't know if you guys heard, but Mike said that Stacy said she puts them in Ziploc bags, and you could just cut the end, the little corner of the Ziploc bag, and draw. That's a great idea. Yeah, and then just put like a clip or something, or tape the bottom if they don't use it all. That's a really good idea.
I love this show. I'm learning a lot.
Oh, thank you. Who said they love us?
Marina.
Huh?
Marina.
Oh, thank you, Marina. We appreciate it. You want to show them your birdhouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of paints, by the way.
Speaking of paints, so Jack made this birdhouse the other day. He got the kit from Mom for his birthday. Isn't that cute? And he put it together, and he is going to be painting it, huh?
Yeah.
What colors are you going to paint it?
Probably all the colors that I have in the paint box, but maybe I would use the homemade.
You would like to use the
Finger,
homemade?
yeah.
You probably could.
Homemade.
Jack loves to paint. That's why the other day on our garage sale find I got the great big paint bottles, because Jack loves to paint. So we got a good deal with that, didn't we? You can if you want. He wants to go grab them and show them, so he'll be right back.
Nicole says what project are you doing next? Construction.
Nicole wants to know what we're doing next. I think...
She might be talking about Jack's project.
Oh, what Jack's project is doing next. I don't know what Jack is doing next. He'll be right back. Here he comes. Jack, what project are you doing next?
I'm probably just gonna paint the birdhouse.
Gonna work on painting the birdhouse. So these are the big paints that we got at the garage sale the other day, and we paid $1 for them. Yeah, good deal, huh? So those will last Jack a while.
Ooh, nice. How much
Pretty
were
good.
they?
They were $1
3
each.
colors.
So I think they're like, I don't know, $6 or $7 at Hobby Lobby. I didn't look,
They're
but
all 3 colors of the Play-Doh.
they are. They're all 3 colors of the Play-Doh, aren't they? So they match. All right, let me see if we got any last questions there, Mike. He's putting up the camera.
Oh, Robin says if it gets too thick, can you thin it out with just water?
Yes, Robin, you can thin it out with water if it gets too thick.
Danielle says I like all the little gadgets on your walls and the color.
Oh, thank you, Danielle. Okay, so all these gadgets here, this is the collection of my grandmother's and my great-grandmother's, all of their kitchen supplies. And then Mom made me the towels. But this is, when I was born, I had 7 grandmothers between the greats and my grandmas. And this is all something from all of them. So you can see, it's probably okay. You can see, like this was my great grandmother's egg beater, and this was my other grandmother's, what would you call it? Shortbread pan. And their frying pans. And this was my grandmother's at her house. She collected that, and it's not from her original stove. She just had it, and I liked it. And this over here is my grandmother's original butter melter. And what they would do is they would put that butter in there, and they would set it on top of the toaster, and the toaster would melt the butter for their toast. So yeah, so that's all my grandmother's things. Any other questions?
Well, Jack, a lot of people are saying that they really like what you did and you did a great job. What do you want to say to them?
Thanks. Wait, on what?
On your birdhouse.
Oh.
Oh, and he was doing a good job being my helper, wasn't he? Do you like being Mom's helper? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, well, if you guys would please subscribe and share, we would appreciate it. Don't forget, all these recipes are in our Dining on a Dime cookbook. You can get it on our store. And, whoa, we have, you okay? We have over 1,200 recipes and tips in here. We have an entire section just on kids recipes, an entire section on cleaning recipes, and an entire section on bath and beauty on top of all the regular food recipes. So, Mike will put a link in for you for that. I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.